Guitarist Andy Summers brought us hits with the Police. Now he's bringing his guitar skills to a new project, the band Circa Zero. He joins me now. Andy, it's so great to have you
nice
here.
To be here.
A lot of us know you from the Police.
Yep.
You've done a lot of solo work, but this is really your first return to a band in a very, very long time. Why do you feel like now is a good time to do this?
I don't know. I think it's just one of these things you go through. I made many instrumental records. I led my own bands for a long time after the Police broke up in the 80s. And mostly instrumental music. That's what I wanted to do, because I wanted to really be out front as a guitar player. And I think maybe what spurred me onto this, after all that, I had this period, as you know, in 07, 08, with almost 2 years on the road with that giant Police reunion tour. And I don't know if it just kind of put me back in the kind of rock mode, you know, and the rock scene and all that, and sort of re-embraced it. But I was writing a lot of songs at that particular time rather than instrumental music, and I was working with a singer in Brazil, which I wrote all the songs for. Did that and continued on writing these rock songs, and the culmination of which was, in fact, meeting Rob Giles, who's the singer in Circa Zero and on the album, and that really was the icing on the cake for me. And we got together, and that's why, well, we're going to be a band. I'm not like hiring you as a singer. This is going to be a band with the two of us.
Seems like it was really natural. It just felt like the right thing to do.
Very natural, yeah. I mean, and of course, what's kept me with it and got, why I wanted to go all the way through and make a whole album was because we had such a good chemistry, personally, and also, of course, most importantly, musically, that I thought this is rare. It doesn't happen very often. You're lucky to meet somebody that you really connect with, and for us, we seem to agree on everything. We work very well together. And I think that you can hear that on the album. So, hey, it's a band. It's a band.
It comes through, though, when you listen to the music, for sure.
Yeah.
How did you take your approach with this? How did you go about the songwriting and the recording?
Yeah, well, it's, the very first thing is like, I think, you sort of feel each other. Like, we sat with a couple of guitars. This is like the first 10 minutes. It's like the Big Bang. First 10 nanoseconds, and you're sort of playing with somebody, and you're not saying a lot, but you're musicians. You're musicians of experience, and I'm feeling where this guy feels the time. I'm feeling the phrasing, hearing his melodic sense. What chords it. I'm sort of reacting emotionally, instinctively, and also analysing from a sort of academic point of view. And this guy, I mean, to me, it's just went, and I'm not actually saying all that in my head. You're just going. Ooh, oh, yeah, and you feel yourself connecting, and I think we both felt that, and we were hitting it off personally. And I think at the end of that particular first afternoon, we said, "Hey, man, we got to make a rock record. We got to make a great rock record." I said, "Yeah, okay, let's go." He started to come to my studio in LA, and off we went. I was sort of bound up with all this music I'd been writing over the last 2 years. But what, in a sense, it made was that I'd really prepped myself for this moment to meet this guy I thought was a real peer.
Oh, that's awesome. The instrumental lick, yeah.
And that was the real connection, and off we went into writing all the material that you hear on the Circa Zero album. I nearly blew it then.
Or Circus Hero, which is an interesting story. The name of the album is Circus Hero. The band is Circa Zero.
Yeah.
But I understand there's an interesting story behind the album
title.
title.
It was weird because a year ago, my film that's coming out actually in September the 26th this year, previewed at the New York Film Festival. So I was here doing interviews in New York, and one of the things I went on was an early morning radio station, and they go, "No, well, that's Say Goodnight by Circus Hero." And I went back and told Rob. He said, "Well, that's what we should call the album." I said, "Yeah, let's just kind of go there and do it."
That's, speaking of off the cuff, that sounds, that was really...
And then we found the cover, that image, which went, I think we've got the whole thing.
One of the songs that you recently released a video for it, Levitation. What was the story behind that track?
Well, I think it was early. You know, we were where musicians get together and go, well, you know, what have you got? Well, what have you got? You know, so I had all kinds of guitar things, and I started just playing this thing. I went, oh, I like that. You know, that's rock, and I think I could sing something over that. You know, this is the way it starts. I went, okay. And we sort of got the first part going, and then I said, well, yeah, great, that's cool. We can repeat, that could be like the verse, but we really need the chorus. It's got to have one of those big guitar hooks. It's absolutely, you know, gets you and, you know, moves through some nice harmonies. And I had that, I came up with that guitar riff, the chorus, and then he sort of filled in the what you'd call the climb or the pre-chorus section. So we, you know, it was really, you know, backwards and forwards with two musicians. That's the process. This is experienced musicians who know how to do it, and so you're going backwards and forwards and sort of pushing and stimulating your partner to get to this point where you both go, okay, I think we got it. Yeah, okay, that's good. And suddenly you're in sync with it. That's the exciting thing.
Andy Summers with Circa Zero, and his album is called Circus Hero. For this and all things entertainment, stay with CBSNews.com.